So I'm sitting at home on November, I guess it's 24th or 23rd, whatever. I forget what the rest of America and I guess some Pan American countries refer to as Thanksgiving, which I don't celebrate anymore once I came into some knowledge of the truth, as far as what we do and do not observe whenever it comes to the creator of heaven and earth, Yahuwah. So I remember buying some books. No, did I buy them? No, I didn't buy them. They were left out on the curb. It was a whole volume of Encyclopedia Britannica in front of a Jewish thrift store. Yeah, I'll never forget that. So I grabbed them and I looked up what the origin of Thanksgiving was. And these are the ones that I bought. It's my library. So, let's see. Let me see. We got P's to the R's, RS, T, textiles. Textiles should be in this one right here. So, I'm going to take this and let's open this up. Let's see what it says. Okay. H-E-T-H-E-T-H-A. G still. Oh, Thanksgiving. I got it highlighted. I remember doing this from last year. I remember looking at this. Thanksgiving. It says Thanksgiving throughout the United States is a day of religious observance set apart to give thanks for the blessings of the past year as well as an occasion for family reunions, bountiful dinners, and festivities in the home. Okay. Originating with Thanksgiving festivals held by Plymouth colonies in December 1621 in gratitude for the ending of difficult year and for a successful harvest. It became a particularly popular holiday among the New England colonies. The native fruits and vegetables, wild turkeys, pumpkin pies, which constituted the fare of that first Thanksgiving feast, becoming the traditional food for the day. In succeeding years, the various New England colonies celebrated Thanksgiving Day in recognition of such happy events as good harvest and victories over Indians. Victories over Indians. Okay. And they wonder why Indians don't want to keep this. Okay. North Americans. Indigenous North Americans. President George Washington in 1789 issued the first presidential Thanksgiving proclamation in honor of the new Constitution. During the 19th century, an increasing number of states observed the day annually. Each appointed its own date. That president, Abraham Lincoln, October 3rd, 1863, by presidential proclamation appointed the last Thursday of November as Thanksgiving Day, was due to the unremitting efforts of Miss Sarah J. Hale, editor of the Goodies Ladies book. Each succeeding president made similar proclamations until President Franklin Delano Roosevelt in 1939 appointed the third Thursday of November in December of 1941. However, Congress, by joint resolution approved by the President, set the fourth Thursday of November as the Thanksgiving Day. A national public holiday though Thanksgiving Day in the United States is rooted in native tradition, the idea of a day set apart to celebrate the completion of the harvest and to render homage to the Spirit who caused the fruit and the crops to grow is ancient and universal. Similarly, the practice of designating a day of Thanksgiving for specific spiritual or secular benefits has been followed in many countries. In the United States, Thanksgiving, despite its religious associations, often had a distinctly secular flavor. All right. The Yankee countries, Thanksgiving in the middle of the 19th century traditionally featured a raffle of fowls on Thanksgiving Eve and a shooting match in the morning. In New York City, the day was celebrated by companies of fantastically costumed persons who paraded noisily through the streets. Children dressed in the clothes of their elders went about their neighborhoods begging for money or for contributions of fruits and vegetables. Canada has long celebrated a Thanksgiving Day. The dates varying from year to year, but finally generally placed on the second Monday in October. Pan American Thanksgiving Day is observed annually by representatives of the Latin American countries in the nation's capital. Was first celebrated in 1909. So we should see the F.B. Hoff Proclamation of Thanksgiving. This must be a book in 1858. W.D. Love, The Fast and Thanksgiving Day of New England, 1895. J.K. So, or S.O. All right. So, this is actually a day that was rooted in a pagan belief that was brought up to speed, and people want to celebrate it today as if it's okay. And if you believe in the creator of heaven and earth, and if you're obedient to him, I think the Messiah said, if you love me, keep my commandments. So one of the commandments, I think the first, which will have no other deities or gods or elves before me. So, meaning he doesn't share, or he's not okay if you keep another practice that belongs to another deity, no matter how much society has tried to clean it up or make it seem okay. America has been a trip. They've lied to us for a long time about a lot of things. The question is, now that you know, because I told you and I'm showing you, what will you do? Thanksgiving is a day of religious observance. The only problem is the religion or the religious observance is not has anything to do with the Messiah, nor Christianity, nor any of that stuff. So whose religion does Thanksgiving belong to? Think about it. I'm out.